Hi there, this is a quick tutorial to show you how to use the player administration site. So on the left here we have a grid of all the players registered in your organization, and you can actually sort this list by name. If you click it once, it'll sort by ascending or descending. You can sort by sex, and you can also sort by age. Furthermore, if your list gets quite large, you can filter your list by typing in some search criteria at the top here. If I wanted to search by name, I could just simply type in the person's first or last name and it would filter the list. Or if I wanted to search by age, I could type in the age, for example, in this case 33-year-olds. If I wanted it a little more broader, I could just type in 3 and it would get me all the people who have a 3 in their age. One thing I did want to add is that this list is also sortable once it's been filtered. So this small list here, if I click name, it's going to sort it. Same thing with age. One last thing I wanted to show you with the grid is that if you double click on an individual, it's going to bring up their biographical and address information and their corresponding medical and emergency info if they filled it in. So now that we have our players on the left, what we have to do is assign them to corresponding teams. On the right hand side here, I have a list of all the sports that my organization is participating in. And if I click on an individual sport, in this example I'm clicking on football, you can see all the teams that are going to be part of your organization. Furthermore, on the team names, you're going to see how many players are within that team for the current season and division. So if I click on the Patriots, I'm going to see that I have one player in NFL 2007. But if I wanted to add more, all I have to do is go back over to the grid, hold my left mouse button down, and drag it over to the right here. Now you're going to notice that I get a little green plus sign. That's going to be my visual indicator that I can actually drop that person on that team. If I go anywhere above there or below there, you're going to see it turns to gray, which means that I can't drop it. And it'll just, if I let go of my mouse button, it'll just fly back to the grid. So if I try that again and make sure that I see the green plus and let go, you're going to see that I've added Tom Brady to the Patriots. Now if I've added him by mistake, or he's no longer on the team, I can click Tom Brady and then click the top button here that says remove selected player, and he's going to disappear. One thing I did want to show you is that you can add multiple players to a team pretty easily, and there's two ways to do that. One is by using the control button, which is the button at the bottom left of your keyboard. So for example, if I wanted to select Tom Brady and Lawrence Maroney, I would hold the left control button and the left mouse button, I click Tom Brady and I click Lawrence Maroney, and you can see that they're both highlighted blue now, and I can let go of the control button and they're still going to be highlighted. So if I just hold Tom Brady and drag him over, you're going to notice that I'm dragging over Lawrence Maroney as well, and if I look for that green plus sign again and let go, you're going to see that I've actually added Tom Brady and Lawrence Maroney to that team. Now if I wanted to add a block of players without using the individual click, I can also use the shift button. So if I click on Randy Moss and then hold the shift button down and then click again, you're going to see that it's selected a whole bunch of players in that block, and I can use the same mechanism to drag them over. One thing I did want to note is that if you by mistake add a player that's already assigned to a team, so if I drag Tom Brady over again and let go, the application will let you know that Tom is already on the team and won't add him twice. One final thing I did want to mention is that when you're adding a player to a team that has no players, so if I go down and click on the Jets here, the Dolphins, I've got no players there. But you notice if I click the Dolphins team, I get a little different icon, a little folder open icon. I always like to click it first so it shows what team I'm on, and then if I wanted to actually drag over an individual, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for that green indicator. Whether I'm above or below the team, it doesn't matter. As long as I have that green indicator and I'm around the Dolphins, it's going to add the player to that team. So that's all I wanted to show you for now. If you've got any more questions, you can always email help@playerstreak.com, and I hope you enjoy the tutorial.